Sorry, folks, just give me another minute here. I know what it is. I just want to know if other people did too. So yeah, welcome back to Warframe Wednesdays. I'm your intrepid host, Fraggoth. And today we're gonna go bully Prophet Taker real quick. Because I feel like it, and then we're gonna bang out these Gift of the Lotus alerts and the sortie, and then probably do some Steel Path, is what I'm thinking. You know, just kind of doing stuff that's relevant to the various Nighwave missions, which reminds me.
Now, just in case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness of your heart.
Got you. Get that. I do still have to craft Caliban's helmet, but I need resources from. I might do that actually instead of Steel Path, or I could do it as Steel Path if I really myself.
You know.
So Prophet Taker,
Finally, some competent administration. Any complaints can be filed in the usual bin.
Shush. Do this every Wednesday. I might be there. I don't want to be there. I'll be over here. I'll be over here-ish.
Sparky, right. We're all here. Let's get started.
Hopefully I get teamed up with some people who know how to profit take.
Final phrase. Thanks.
You we're skipping all that. Do not need more rings on this desk than I already have. I have a protective layer on the desk, but I have to still have to bring it down. It's just condensing. Condensation. Hello. Words matter, Frag. Oh man. So yeah, hopefully everyone's doing okay. I haven't had much time to play in the last week, sadly.
Leggett, once that mother hits the overcharge radius, we're done for. No second chances. There she is.
the exoskeleton of the legs, and then work your way to the torso.
Oh, I meant to switch this to another weapon. Sure. I forgot. Oh, shoot. Shoot. That's his turn. Shoot. I picked the wrong one. Shoot. I thought I could hit this.
Heads up, Sparky.
Duds? No. Look, they're sinking with the ore. Shield's going back up. Outworlder, deal with those pylons. working. The shields are vulnerable. Heads up. Bombardment inbound. This should confuse your adaptation system.
Well, that's not what I want. I just fucking figured that.
Is this a bad time?
What is it?
Satellite just moved. Nev's crew must have figured out our bypass. It's realigning.
Sparky, we're running out of time. You have to kill her now. We won't get another chance at this.
I've only got a few mortars left. Firing them all.
Suppressing fire.
The path to greatness is walked one step at a time.
Yeah, maybe.
We did
Let's
it.
see how much money we
We
got.
did it.
You're making waves,
close.
Dreamer. I can feel it.
Start flying off real fast.
Head in there, Tenor. Rip out anything you think might help our cause. This? What's that sound?
The satellite, it's continuing to overcharge the orb. At this rate, in a matter of seconds, it will...
I didn't feel totally worthless. 250 is about right. I think you can get more. Actually, isn't this the one where you can get like 500,000 if all the stars align? 250 is about right. That's where you want it to be. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, so we did it. We got our standing thing for the Nighwave, I think. Did that count as the credits too? Got that, that's nice. Yeah, it counted as the credits too.
I
That's
make
good.
exceptions for the exceptional.
That's doable. I just have to choose the location. I don't want to do that.
It's time
If that's
for
up right
Mona to
now, I'll
say
do it. But otherwise, I'm not doing it. I don't actually like Eidolon hunting. I find it a fairly soul-crushing experience, actually. Alright, so let's go to these Gift of the Lotus things real quick. Oh, first, before I do that. Do I have, yeah, I do, okay. Before I forget, let me go to... Oh, pick a space station at random, why don't we? Oh my goodness, please move the map, thank you. Student Larunda, it tends to be populated. Ow, my eye. Ugh. It's an eyelash or something. Gammon. I'm gonna do an affinity bonus because I'm legendary 1. Just have to find the podium. There it is. Pillar thing. This thing. We're gonna do affinity because I've got weapons to level. Alrighty. Yeah, let's go. You're welcome. Yes. Oh, hey, Reload. How are things? I don't know where my Corvus component went. I hope I didn't sell it. I probably did. I need to change my melee weapon real quick. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? We can do the Vitrica. It's not very good, but we can do it. It's not bad. It's just not great. It has stiff competition. That's kind of an all-rounder straight damage build, I think. Some status. Go with it. How are things going, Reload? Pretty good, I hope. Melee only. Whatever that is. Well, if you want to hop on here. It is an option.
Oh my god, everything's happening. Swing. A shockwave. Oh, that actually went through the wall. Cool. Neato.
Let's go.
Whoosh. I'm like 10 years ahead. But it's PvE. It's co-op. You wouldn't be holding me back if that's what you're asking. Yeah, that is Warframe. Yep, that is an accurate description. You can unhook him because the wave will continue until he's dead. Thank you. It's because I have a big stick. What can I say? It's a very large stick indeed. Swooshity swoosh, swashity swoosh. Go through the wall. That did 29 damage. That is nothing. Does this go through the walls anymore? Yeah, it does. Cool. No, they're using that, what's that weapon called? It's a sentinel weapon that works off of your the little... What am I using? Oh, I'm using a Panzervolt Mephyla. I should swap that out if there's a Saren around. But yeah, no, I'm just using a sword that is particularly strong for this particular task. Well, it works here, anyway. It is modded to work here well. The enemies aren't especially strong here. I'll be doing some content that is far more hazardous in a couple minutes. I will die a couple times for sure. Here, not likely. Oh hi. Goodbye. There we go. So if I do a mid-air attack, it'll make this shard that shoots out and will turn coat enemies in glass. Come on. There we go. I think I have to... Yeah, I have to aim guard, aim dive while doing it. If that doesn't kill them, they're fragile, and I can kill them a little better. Something like that. I am also casting Warframe powers while I'm at it, and things are just dying a lot. The game is, sadly, kind of visually incoherent when I'm doing lots of things at once, which is frequently. Where did that bubble go? Okay, it didn't get cast. Strange. There it is. They're dying from the sword projectile that I'm shooting out. So I'm not getting a chance to show what its intended use case is, because they're all so fragile. You did too. I missed. Oh, I can cast that on there. That's cool. So what's happening to this dude is there's a Warframe called Garuda, and they can leap on an enemy. They have a power that lets them leap on an enemy and turns them into this pillar that'll provide health over time. They'll get turned into a pillar that provides health over time to anybody within its ring. I didn't see the boundary of the thing. And I'm not losing health, so not much anyway. so I didn't really see what it was doing. But the enemy, I guess, still counts as an enemy that I can affect with Mag, the character I'm playing as, their bubble. Which is that greenish-purple thing over there. Which eats projectiles and crowd controls enemies into its midst. It's really good if you've got an actual, you know, projectile weapon or ranged weapon, which I do not. For this mission, we are not allowed to take one, apparently. Ooh, Argon, cool. Argon is rare only because it degrades over time, but you don't need it for much. And the few things you do need it for, you can usually farm up the amount you need within about 1.5 missions. I don't need it for anything that I know of offhand. But it's cool that I'm getting it.
Transfer is still holding.
So, even if you are a newbie at Warframe, I am happy to help you out and do things and explain stuff, so please feel free. Okay, I just glassed him. You can't really see it. Well, you kind of can. You can see the shards of glass sticking out of him. Ideally, you follow that up with like a slam attack, like that. But I didn't because I was looking to see if it was glassed, because I couldn't tell. Get the bubble out there. That'll keep them away. I forget I even have my first ability, which is pull. I yank enemies, get yoinked. Get yoinked into geometry and die. Nice. This, I think, is still line of sight dependent. No, that, he looked like he took damage. Okay. Neat. Neat. Ah, we'll keep the weapon on for now. It can be made to work on high-level stuff because of its crowd control applications. Right now there's a anniversary event going on, so there's a bunch of free weapons you can get. I already have all of them because most of them are repeats from previous years. They usually add like 1 or 2 new things each year that they've done these anniversary events, which is cool of them. But they give you an opportunity to get an extra, and if you get an extra, okay, you've got an extra weapon, that's fine. What is that good does that do you if you already have it and maxed it out and everything? Well, you can sell it for a weapon slot, which is quite valuable. Otherwise, you have to... we could do Gold Purge. I think I'm still missing some of the lore documents for that. I'm not going to do that. I'll do some Steel Path. I still have a bunch of nodes I need to finish. Steel Path can be pretty tricky. Steel Path is the, quote, hard mode, unquote, that they added. And the core tenet of the hard mode is basically they just buffed enemies' stats to a ludicrous degree, so they're very durable. They hit very hard, and they're all starting off at like base level of 100, so they're already fairly durable and hard hitting, and then they basically took all that and doubled it. So it's not all that exciting. There's not really new mechanics involved, other than every mission has a chance to spawn these mini-bosses that'll show up. They're kind of like the Stalker. They'll show up and try to assassinate you, and you get special resources if you beat them. And they're kind of hard to kill, depending on your loadout. I am not equipped for this, so I am going to have to fake it. I can help here. I just have to be very cagey about how I'm doing it. Fortunately, I'm playing as Mag, and Mag lets you do some stuff. I did not want to drop here already. I want to do... here we go. Perfect. So I just want some enemies. I can get them in a bubble. And I can shoot projectiles into it, and the projectiles will bounce around, spin around until they hit something. Am I at the wrong excavator? This one's not showing up. So my one will crowd control enemies by yoinking them towards me. They go whatever the opposite of yeet is. T? I don't know. These guys are dying because, again, they're low level. My 3 will actually strip armor from them, so it's pretty strong against higher level enemies. If you catch enemies in a bubble and then use your 3, the stripped armor will hurt them. So that's pretty good. Mag's pretty good in general. Mag scales quite well to the much higher level content. The difficulty that Mag has is that she can be fairly squishy. In Steel Path, this both matters and doesn't matter, in the sense that everybody's squishy. All the enemies are spawning at that other one. Nope. Enemy bullets shot into that will also deal damage to the enemies caught in the bubble. It's very, very, very handy. I have mostly everything. There are some things that I'm missing. The newest stuff that dropped I don't have. I still am missing one of the Sister of Parvos weapons and a few other things, but I have a lot. I have been playing the game a very, very long time. Since before open beta, in fact. So I am one of the old guard. I don't know how many people from that time period are still playing. I know some of them are, but I haven't talked to them lately. Oh, shoot, I'm going the wrong way. Blech. It's not the biggest buff that Wisp can provide, but that is a buff. I will take it. Oh, nice. Very good.
I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grenier.
So I want to keep an eye out for enemies in choke points, because if they're in a choke point, I can get a bubble on them, and if I get a bubble on them, then the enemies are stuck in the choke point even more than they already were. Mag is good like that. Mag is one of those frames that scales well because everything she does gets better with... gets actively better the higher level stuff is, and the more enemies there are. So crowd control The best kind of crowd control is as many will say, is killing an enemy outright. If you can't kill an enemy outright, Mag has crowd control to deal with that problem. This is my all-rounder build, so those bubbles do not last very long. Mag has actual, like, she can keep enemies stuck in the bubble, she can slow them down, she can yank them to her position, which ideally is farther away from an objective, like so. And of course I've got guns and big sticks. Oh, don't host migrate now, please. Thank you. No. That reminds me, I'm gonna change my orbiter, or not my orbiter, my lander skin.
You are surrounded by dear Marines.
There we go. Need these. Oh, it is full already. Excellent. Now, people are wondering how I'm able to navigate areas relatively cleanly. That's easy. Lots and lots of practice. Nobody was defending that. Nice. Get you. Let me get you bubbles. You are no longer causing me problems. Let me get this over here. Let me ping that so people know that it's there. Let me bubble you. It's not bubbling because I'm out of energy. Oh crap. Let me slap down a pizza. Nope. Nope. They're both dying before I can hit them with a pizza, with a bubble. Good, we can leave. Practice, lots of practice. Now, back in my day, we didn't have wall bouncing like this. We didn't have bullet jumps. Back in my day, we had, well, basically we had crouch sliding, that was pretty much fucking it. We had Zoran coptering, which is where we took the weapon, the dual Zoran, which had a very high attack speed, and because it had a high attack speed, it had a high slide attack speed, and slide attacks back in my day, if they were sufficiently fast, could catapult your ass across an entire tile very quickly. But in one direction, and God forbid there was something in your way, because then you were pretty much stuck. So, believe me when I say, other than the fact that I kind of miss the way wall running used to work, which was more, you kind of got caught on a rail and kind of linearly ran, but it was very even, with a downward slope to it as it went on. it felt very satisfying to use, but it could be very disorienting if you like tried wall running on a pillar because you just go around it really fast, be running in circles. But it was very satisfying, and I do miss that for like actual flat walls because you could just run on them for days. Oh, nice! I can rank that up again, I think. There's also a bunch of cosmetic stuff I still don't have. Yeah, I think I have all those already, I know that. Spring customizations available in the market. Oh, what do we have? No. Oh, the Easter stuff. Let me get those floppy ears. They're floppy. Unless I already have those. It said popular, but I don't know where that is. There it is. I know I already have that. Yes, the spring step ephemera. Let's go. We get eggs. And floppy ears. This is a must, of course. And they're cheap, they're just in-game credits. They're free while they last. Appearance. Attachments. Auxiliary Lepus headgear. And we'll switch to these. Where are you? Spring step, there it is. I was expecting to see brightly colored eggs or something, and it gets cut off. So, as you can see, now everywhere we go, we leave eggs behind, because of course we do. It's dumb, but it's cute. Alrighty. Alright, I need to form this, I think. No? Have I done it once already? I have done it once already, so I have to get it to rank 32 before I can do that. Got it, got it. Let us see what our sortie is for the day. Hijack. Oh, it's a corpus hijack. That's easy. Rescue. Easy, easy, easy. And a disruption. Easy-ish. Let's go. Oh, actually, I wanted to change my my mod set on my mag, but I can wait.
Target today is a Corpus rover. Take control and escort the rover to extraction. The Corpus are trying to scavenge anything of value from these crashed ships. This rover is carrying their most important finds.
Sortie is going to be nominally harder. Marginally harder, rather. Mostly going to behave pretty much the same.
Good work. We now have control of the rover.
As far as my ability to cause things to die is concerned, anyway.
The Corpus have corrupted the rover's power cell. I can reconfigure it, but its new source of power will be your Warframe shields.
That did not.
We've got robots inbound.
Cool energy shields in. That's interesting. Let's try that again. Oh, because I'm thinking of Hildren. What am I doing? So, another cool thing about Mag's third ability, which is whatever this is called. Polarize.
The Corpus are pulling back the rover.
Oh, nobody's on the
Stay
rover.
close to
Okay,
maintain
I see how it is.
The rover is taking damage. The Corpus would rather destroy it than let us escape with its cargo. Do not let the Corpus destroy the rover. So far, so good.
It's that ring, that expanding wavefront over there, that's going out. That will actually shut down Corpus robots. So those flying things and these two-legged MOA things will actually get shut down. I have an augment that does that. It's pretty handy. Mag is a reasonably good choice for this.
Keep going. That rover's contents will be a huge boost to our cause.
It just has to actually make it there, and right now it's on pretty low health. Because everybody ran away from it. Let's see now. Looks like the rover is laying eggs. It's powered by shields, so it's causing a constant drain on mine, so I'm gonna refill it real quick.
You'll almost reach the extraction point. Keep fighting.
Don't worry about it. Just meditate. That's doing something horrible to its hip bones. The meditate stance has not been updated in years, so that is pretty badly screwed up.
Excellent. This cargo will be a big help to our cause.
I did 49% of the team's damage dealt, which is pretty good. Pretty good. It's putting in work. Okay, let me change my gear here real quick. Un momento, friendos.
Now get out there and
What do we got? That is my strength build. Nope. Range I can about live with. We'll try that. I think I like my all-rounder the best, though. This one is a rescue. Rescues are brain dead easy. Rescues are as simple as getting in. So sorties, which are daily challenge mission type things, they're kind of like they kind of take a lot of the modifiers from like a nightmare difficulty and then apply them to 3 missions in a row. Sortie rescue missions are special in that normally when you enter the rescue room, the prison room where they're being held, you could stealthily get them out. In a sortie, it automatically, the alarms go off, so you're basically on the clock. You have like 60 seconds or something to get them out. Which seems like it would be fairly short, but it is about a geological eon if you know where you're going. That's right, it's a low-range build. I remember now.
The moment you enter the holding area, they'll trigger the execution sequence. Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
Plop down an energy thing. So we just get in there, and
You may proceed.
I know these side routes. Oh good, this one's open. Oops. You do have to solve a puzzle. Whoop. Ah! If I'm lucky, I've got a thing that can bypass it, but it's
Our hostage is in one of these cells.
it is luck-based.
I knew you would come. Thank you.
What was that on the ground?
I've located the hostage.
Somebody's
Escort
dead
the
animal.
prisoner to the extraction point, and
I'll revive
take
their
care of
dead
the
animal.
rest.
They called it a good pupper, but it's dead, so how good a pupper can it really be at the end of the day?
I've got some scores to settle.
You know who else was a good pupper? Old Yeller, and look what happened to him. And everything just locked down. That was a lucky little auto hack. I have a mod that can allow me to do that. It's not a super high chance, but it's often enough that it happens with frequency.
The captive has been secured. You've done your part, Tenno. We'll take it from here.
%300 accuracy. Oh yeah. So any weapon that shoots out multiple projectiles and hits multiple enemies can get you a higher than 100% accuracy rating. I've gotten like in the thousands. It's kind of dumb. Alright, so disruption. Disruption is interesting. I wanted to change my loadout. Crap. I'm not super well geared for this, but I should be geared well enough. So, there's these pillars. There are certain enemies that are going to drop keys.
Corpus walkers
Go.
are heading to your location.
We put the key in the pillar, and then they send a very durable kamikaze unit after it. Thanks, these guys are kind of strong too. That was a very large number I just saw there. That was like 7 digits long.
Conduits are the source of those sentient waveforms. This may be worthwhile if we can find the key component. But it does seem a tad convenient, doesn't it?
Almost there, you clever vermin. But what to do next? Can you feel that coming rush? That
Alright, now I need to find the one that got activated. Red one. So there's gonna be a noise. Shit. Okay, I hear it. It's coming this way. We're good. Revive, please? Thank you. Alright, stop moving, please. He is still going. Oh boy. There we go. They're very durable. They can take a lot of hits. And we have to kill 4 of those. Or, yeah, 3 more. Excellent. We got a key. Just have to find what it goes to. It goes to the thing over here. Somebody already planted. I ran out of ammo. Regular enemies can't do anything to the pillars.
Scans indicate these
Much
elements
better.
are connected to a massive
I've got the white one. I just have to find the tower it goes into. Where are you? Ah, it's over there.
CT, need access to conduit. Deployer Devilist.
I hear him. Why did I? Very good.
CT, time for a Devilist.
Why did it turn so? I have no idea. Must have spawned really far away. I still don't hear it. Wow, where is it? I mean, if it's not going to show up, I think we win by default. I wasn't moving enough. Yeah. It must have spawned somewhere that it couldn't get out of. That's rare. It does not normally do that.
Is that all you're good for? The next amalgam cycle will show you what it means.
Oh, we have to do 2 waves of this? Okay. I thought it was only 1.
Disciples, remember your vows. Increase profits and decrease
it's over here.
This week on Nighwave, Tanoru's big give up on life. Details at the next cycle.
To get back and take care of.
One generation closer to an allowed they just can't kill. C-Team, time for a terrorist. Good. Keep it up. Every single bit stream of this carnage only makes me richer. As a man with everything to lose, I make a point of employing the opposite. Release the devilist. Activated. CT, send in a terrorist.
Impressive. Ordis is just fluttering with anticipation. What
Alright,
will the
now we can get out of here. No, we still have to do one more. Shit.
Next.
Because somebody trolled us and was like, oh, let's activate one and just leave it alone. Because that's productive. Ass. There has been a certain increase of toxicity I've noticed lately. People just be ill-mannered.
Heavy robotic signature detected. Lock and load.
There is an item here somewhere, but I don't know where.
The betrayers have little found love, question numbers.
Problem with both the weapons I have is that they take a long time to reload, and my melee isn't quite taking up the slack. It's not a bad melee weapon, it's just not geared all that it could be. Well, I don't know where they are. Twice in a row. Maybe this tile is broken. I ain't complaining.
This is getting out of hand. Costly. CT, send combat results to our partners. But omit our losses.
Shit, and of course it's Kuva. You. Alrighty, let's switch to some Steel Path, and switching to Steel Path, we're gonna equip weapons that can kill things. First I'm gonna use a Forma on this, though. Let's do another V polarity, maybe? Yeah. Oh, actually, no, we'll do a hyphen polarity. I'm running very low on Forma, I need to farm more up. Yeah, we'll just swap that out. Boost our damage by a whole bucket load. Vertilac I can make work. I actually haven't tried Vertilac with Mag's Bubble, so I can do that. Vertilac is a whip, a special whip that shoots a projectile with a certain move. So we'll give that a whirl. We're gonna check our loadout here. This is 130 strength. This is much lower duration, but higher strength. None of these builds are great, but we'll go for this one. The all-rounder, I think, is the better shot here. And we're working that up.
Use these to cleanse the unclean.
We can get some relic packs. Don't need it, don't need it. No. No, no, no. No. Yes. And no on either of the others. I do want that. Alrighty. So what are our Nighwave missions? Rescue missions, that's easy. Sabotage, that's easy. This I can do, all three of these I can do in Steel Path, provided I've got the missions available.
That's all we have time for.
Switch to Steel Path real quick. That's Disruption. That's Survival. That's Capture. But I need to do Rescue, right? Yeah, I need to do Rescue. Defense. Sabotage I need to do, so I can do that. My loadout isn't perfect, but it should be adequate. The melee weapon I'm using isn't the highest damage I could go for. I've got some stuff that's a bit more...
is more powerful than
has a bit more oomph.
Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches.
Yep, it is attracted by the bubble. That's cool.
Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
So we're just gonna go to the objective here. Once I get over that.
Your target is this location's computer system. Find and access the terminals. We need to destroy the reactor.
I need more energy, so I'm
The
going
reactor
to do
will have
that.
tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols. That's the reactor.
Yeah, got it.
Expose its core and destroy it. That's it. Now get out of here.
There we go.
Valuable lesson.
When you've got an objective that lets you kind of bypass a lot of enemies, pretty manageable. For the exterminate at least level 30 without setting off alarms, we're going to do that in a void tile set, because there are no alarms to set off, and the enemies won't do it. So, that's much easier. In fact, I don't know what Thon is. What is Thon? Thon is an next term. We're not going to do that. I have a bunch on Sedna I need to do. There are a bunch on Sedna I need to do. We've got a rescue and a sabotage right next to each other, so we can bang out 2 more. Sick. This is going to be a little bit trickier this go-round, because I have to defend an AI companion, but it should be manageable. I am confident at any rate.
Weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Roxas are scary. So this is how you try to clear a mission as quickly as possible without actually playing the game. You bypass a lot of the stuff in your way, because you can, in fact, move faster than it does. And more acrobatically, and more... Ooh. I got stuck in a friggin'... myself some more energy. Actually, we should be okay for what I need to do here. So what I can do for this is shank these guys in the back. Wardens are exceptionally vulnerable to melee and assassination attacks in particular. So backstabs are what you want to do, if you can do it. It will generally kill them dead. I did not want to do that second ability cast. I really didn't, because that's going to set off alarms, because one of them's going to notice. There you are. I'm just going to hide behind this real quick. Alright, so there's a secret entrance. That's not it, but I do need to kill you. I guess the ball counts as a melee attack. So there's usually an extra entrance either here. Nope, that one just goes around. Or here. Yeah, there we go. So you don't actually have to hack anything to get into the room. Whoops. Yay, freebies. I'm gonna give them my gun, so they can shoot it. And we are going to leave the way we came in, I think. You know what? We can hack this. That's fine. There. I actually got it right that time. No, I didn't get a pop-up saying I got all wardens, so I'm wondering where they're at. That's not a warden. The wardens are those big yellow ladies. Whatever.
You are surrounded by Premier Marines.
I cast R2 a lot just to keep enemies locked down. I'm keeping an eye on the hostage's health. Ah! I almost had that right. Why am I having so much difficulty with this right now? It makes no sense. Oh, nice, I got them stuck to the ceiling. That's great. Boom.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Must have gotten all the wardens because I got the Cosmic Spectre blueprint. And that means I did it silently. As far as it's concerned. No alarms went off while I was in the relevant room. Does this look like the face of mercy? I'm going to switch melee weapons. I may come to regret this. Because this is working rather handily. What do I want to do? So many melee weapons, so little time. I'm not going to use the ghoul saw. I'd love to use the ghoul saw, but unless it got a buff very recently, it is woefully impractical. We'll go with the Sigma Noctanus. It shreds. It slices, it dices, it makes mincemeat out of all foes. What doesn't it do? This would probably be a more traditional sabotage than the one where you just have to blow up a couple pillars. You have to, on these, usually go through a mini puzzle. You actually don't. You can just fail the puzzle.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it.
But honestly, I think it would take me less time. That is not killing it quickly enough. We are going to run.
My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Stole my weapon. There we go. Get moobered. Get shot. Whoops, wrong way. So the Sigma Noctanus, you throw the shield. That's its gimmick. Also has fairly respectable stats. I am not picking that up because I don't need it. durable boy. Where'd you go? Oh, did you get physics killed, friend? I think you did. Oh, there it is. I'm blind. I tried to cute and slide into it.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
And because we want to do this quickly, we're just going to take the thing that's lying there and put it over there.
Fuel cell being inserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
And then we just blow these up.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
It could be easier, but you'd have to work at it. Please. Oh, I'm out of ammo on my pistol. That do it? Yeah, that do.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Wah! Wah!
Then we have to turn this off. Next time, I'm just using a cipher. Get shredded. Oh, I'm out of energy. That's double plus ungood. Itsy
They
bitsy.
fought well. Good dance, all.
Unless, you know, you died. These missions I've been clearing so quickly that the baddies that I'm actually concerned about fighting have not had a chance to show up. So they're a problem. I forget what they're called. The Acolytes, that's what they're called. They're a problem from this frame, because this frame, they can dispel basically all the abilities she can cast, so I can't, like, lock them down. So I have to beat them by being better than they are, and that could take quite some doing. So I'm actually going to swap frames just in case. Lavos could probably do it, but I am not confident I can Lavos well enough to make it happen. We could give Fraggoth a try, I guess. Oh, here. We'll do Zaku, whom I don't particularly like, sadly. Sorry, Zaku. And we're going to try and use him for Steel Path, where he should be horribly inadequate, sadly. This is not going to go well. Fair warning. Let's have, it has viral on it, we're good.
Has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Alright, let's look for someplace that I am. Oh, there's a rescue. There's an assassination. Looking for a sabotage. I should probably just do the rescue. I'll just do the rescue and figure it out from there. I'm not super well kitted. for Corpus at the moment. Actually, my previous melee weapon was a better choice because it had toxin damage, and toxin ignores shields.
Each enemy is more powerful.
Just goes right through them, straight to the health.
Only with true mastery of the Ten of
Okay, so what I need to do first is I need to get some energy stored up, so I've given myself an energy regen. It's about 5 energy per second for about 30 seconds. So I'm just going to let my energy build up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a group of enemies. I'm going to press the number 2, and then I'm going to press the number 4. And pray that I got more than, like, 2 enemies. Okay. That is 2 enemies. We're going to look for a bigger group. That was 3 enemies. Okay, great. I need a group of enemies, not nothing. Come on, guys. So I can actually store up more of these, but my energy's limited. So I am not going to do that. If I see a large group, this is bad. Hey, Kazong! Long time no see. Thanks for tuning in. Well, there's my group of enemies that I was looking for. Alright. Now I just need to get energy. I need to press my 2 key. I need more energy. I can have up to 16 weapons pulled. So they'll float around on my side like this, and they'll shoot at enemies that get close enough. Unfortunately, now I'm at the objective, and I do not actually want to shoot enemies with these. Because this is a rescue, so...
We've got robots inbound.
I'm going to see if this can kill any of these enemies. Ooh, actually... That's killing them pretty good. This is... then again, they're Corpus, and Corpus tend to be a little fragile anyway. Particularly against multiple hits, which this is dealing. That's not too bad. I can live with that. Alright, let me get out of here. Let me get to this objective. Let me actually hack this, because... Oh shit, not you.
Shall never know the cool caress of your crowd.
Not you. These guys are durable on the best of days, and here they're very durable. Where is it?
Are you driven by desire, or I
Ow, it stinks. Where are you? I did not want to do that. Oh, I re-upped it. That's good.
Desire inspires action, thief, and my desire to escape is greater than your desire to catch.
He is decidedly not dying.
Your desire is found wanting.
That's fine. I'm gonna let my 2 expire. Regen my health like that, and now I'm gonna shank you in the spine. Hi. Oh, you did not die. That's bad. Okay, that's 2 of them. I don't think I can get them both. Let me see if there's one down here. Okay, they're going their separate ways. It's not giving me a pop-up saying that I got them all. Ah, because I didn't. Okay, it didn't give me one for that either. Alright. Oh, landed on a thin. Oh, get out! I thought I was playing Mag. Oh wow, I got him right in the first one. Alright, we're gonna leave the way we came in. Come on. There we go. First try! Alrighty, so we've got energy, so all I need is a group of enemies and I can start cutting them down. Really, I want to have oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's 12. I'll take 12. Against large groups of targets, these will fire at, like, all of them, so it doesn't focus fire well, but against individual targets, it'll aim at one and do very, very naughty things to them.
As you conquer the foe.
Alright, now I just need to find a sabotage.
Going out of style, there are people working to make this system a better place.
I believe you, Nora. 73 whole crates opened. I think that's because his 2 might have affected, might act as a quick shockwave. Let's go find a sabotage now. That actually worked better than I thought it would. We are still on Steel Path, good. Rescue, Excav, what are both of those? That's a sabotage, so we can work to that one. Okay. Excavation I'm not doing in Steel Path without help, because that's hard. Like, actually difficult in Steel Path. I can do it, I have the loadouts to do it, but it is fraught, let's say. Against Grineer it might almost be easier because I don't have to worry about a nullifier canceling out the things I would do to make it impossible. In fact, I'll give that a... You know what? I'm working myself up into a frenzy. I'm gonna do this. Let's go. Come on. We're gonna do it the easy way because I gotta. It's limbo. So for this, we're doing a duration and range build. Particularly duration. Oh no, I don't have the. I don't have Nearest Hatred on, so I can't get up to 321 duration. Whatever will I do? Because I would hit, it's 90-something seconds. Where are you? What can I swap out? What's the weakest? Probably you is what I'd do. But I can't, so I have to get rid of Augur Reach. You know what, that probably won't be bad anyway. How many seconds is that? 96.3 seconds! It's dumb! Dumb amount of time! And that, I think, is 45? Yeah, 45. When I have Augur Reach on, and not the extra 15%. 15% ability duration is absolutely nothing. This is like, if you absolutely have to min-max. If you absolutely have to, it's an option. But there is no case in which 15% of any of the things they offer is really going to make a difference, with the possible exception of Boreal's Hatred, which provides 15% ability efficiency, which means there are now 3 mods in the entire game that do anything to Warframe efficiency in a positive way, which are Streamline, which provides 30%, Fleeting, which provides 60%, but also reduces your duration by 60%, and Boreal's Hatred, which provides 15%. So you can get to 45 with both of these mods. The problem is you also have Blind Rage, which is a greater reduction than those provide, which is sad. The other thing that's sad is that you cannot, in fact, exceed 75% ability efficiency ever. It is not possible. As far as, like, it's a hard cap. Even if you have, like, other items that aren't mods reducing efficiency, it'll only cap at 75. So something that costs 100, like Cataclysm, will never cost less than 25 to cast. And there are concessions associated with that in the form of the reduced duration. So, like, 60% plus 30%, which is what we've had before now, was already unattainable. Like, you couldn't have 90. It just capped off at 75. Having an extra 15% doesn't really do you much good. But it does let you do Streamline and Boreal's Hatred, so you get a little more if you've got the mod slots, which you generally don't. So I'm going to do that duration mod on instead of Augur Reach, because I don't think I'm going to need all that range for its duration. I think we'll be fine. What I also need to do is need to make sure that I'm equipping a weapon that's doing magnetic damage, because I think that was Corpus. Yes, it was Corpus. Ugrad. I should have an anti-Corpus build here somewhere. I don't, so let's make an anti-Corpus build here. Corpus. Might Corpus, we want that on there for sure. This one can do crits. Magnet. I want to do magnetic damage here. We can boost status here. Let's do that. Voltaic Strike. We want our basic damage mods in the form of Primed Reach. Ideally, we get some Toxin on here. Toxin. We've got Prime Fever Strike. Booyah! So this will be Magnetic and Toxin. Magnetic eats their shields. Toxin goes through, ignores their shields completely. Now we need some speed. Since we're going something that resembles a status build, we'll go with Condition Overload, because that's going to provide more damage the more status effects they've got. Let's see, speed. So we could go with Primed Fury, which is 55 attack speed, or Berserker Fury, which is 35% attack speed on kill, and it stacks twice, so up to 70%, which is very good. But you have to get a kill. Or we could do Quickening, which will boost our combo count at chance as well, and it's 40% attack speed. It's basically your best. It's a good all-round option, and we're gonna go with it. I have 19 remaining. That is not so bad. In fact, let's remove you and put. Why not? We can get away with Blood Rush now. It's not ideal because we don't have any crit damage boosts on there, but we have the chance to get the combo count. We could also double up on speed, but I think we'll be okay with this. Okay being the operative word. It's 40% with the multiplier, so yeah. We should be okay. Actually, I'm going to remove Blood Rush and go for, what's it called? Put, like, North Wind on there, maybe? Boost our magnetic damage a bit, just so it's a little more than the Toxin. Although, there are advantages to having Toxin be dominant. In fact... we'll do that. That'll bump up our status so we have guaranteed status chance. And it's going to make our Toxin damage quite high. Alright, that should be fine. This isn't ideal. Smite Corpus is damage added on top. So, this should cut through Corpus pretty effectively. I do have that on. We have big fancy wings. Alright, so we're gonna do this... Where were you? Was that Neptune? We're gonna do this excavation real quick. I did the... go away. Yeah, it's only the sabotage we need to do.
You know it.
This does depend pretty heavily on how many they require me to do. So the way this is gonna work... is I'm going to be plopping down my 4 and then hitting the 2 key as soon as I can. And that's going to provide a bubble that enemies can't get through.
Use all that you have learned.
I'm going to wait till one of the energy battery carrying enemies shows up. I hear enemies. I do not see enemies. There you are. Oh yeah, that'll do. That's very adequate. It's not perfect. Alright. And now I'm looking for more of the battery carriers. Here's one. So enemies outside the bubble shooting in cannot damage the objective. I can, however, die. Shit.
Excavator destroyed.
Fuck.
Protect the remaining dig sites.
I messed that up. I only need to complete one, I think, to clear the mission.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Alright. So enemies in the bubble are frozen. It's outside the bubble. Did not get affected by that. That's bad. It's supposed to work on them. Come on. Alright, once more with feeling, and this time without screwing it up.
Excavator deployed. Protect the unit while it extracts the artifact. The scanner has picked up a target. Go to the dig site.
These corpus remind me of the Orokin. Selfish, greedy.
Looking... Ah, there's one. Okay. And the problems start. Okay. It losing power is fine. But I have to beat this guy now. And that is going to be trouble. Capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for... Oh, this is the Shadow Stalker. I see. That's double plus on good. God damn it! He jumped me. Not today.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
There we go. Now we just have to keep the bubble up and the time stop up. Time stop is not up. It is now. I'm kind of pissed that I had to fight a Shadow Stalker in Steel Path. It is not ideal, because he will cancel my abilities, and he goes from being, you know, durable-ish to being ludicrously durable, and will one-shot you if he gets his hands on you, but there are ways to stop him in his tracks. Unfortunately, I don't have those equipped. Well, I have one of them equipped, but he'll dispel it. Okay, sure. Don't let me through. See if I care.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
So, it's doable. If I go in there with proper planning. Let's see. We could try Lavos, I guess. What do I got? And as I recall, efficiencies is cooldown. What is this build? This is a strength build. This can't be particularly effective. Well, it'll give me an excuse to use, How long does it last? Not too long. Well, I'll give Lavos a try. I'm not very good with Lavos, unfortunately. His flow does not make sense to me. Well, his flow makes sense, but I'm not very good at making it happen. I didn't want to do that. I want to go to appearance just so I make sure that I'm using the right sigil. Front sigil. That is not the one I wanted to twist. There we go. Loca.
Excellent armaments, operator.
So Lavos is an interesting duck. And now we want to do that sabotage. This I'm confident about. This one should be Corpus again. Yeah, Corpus again. Itsy pitsy. So I'm gonna. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Yeah, well, power strength is definitely working on this. Problem is, my duration kind of stinks. That's what I wanted. So Lavos gets up to some antics. He can do quite a lot of damage, and he's relevant-ish at higher levels and Steel Path because he's able to do straight status effects. Yeah, up here. Okay. I don't want to be here.
Target found. Destroy it.
He's also pretty durable, which helps. Ah! I did not want to do it like that.
Target destroyed. Proceed to the extraction point.
I'm going the wrong way. And I die! Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I keep forgetting I changed my keybinds so that it's hold to activate power and tap to absorb the element. So I got, like, internally confused a couple times. He basically plays like if you were playing either the game Magicka or the more recent Gauntlet title, where you're constantly cycling element inputs, or if you played Dragon Marked for Death, the wizard, sorceress, mage, yeah, sorceress type slash mage there, where you're doing like elemental input and then attack type inputs in order to get a certain spell to come out. He's kind of doing that with mix and match elemental abilities. He's okay. He can be fairly strong if you know how to use him, and I'm just not that good with him. Exterminate, we've got to do an exterminate anyway, so we will bring Zaku again for Zac. And we've got that, that should all be fine. We are no longer going to be fighting exclusively Corpus, so that does not do me much good. What do we want to use? What do we want to stab somebody with? Could do dual liquors. Dual liquors are strong. Oh, I know what we can do. What's that fan called? Or are they claws? Not that. What are you called? Ah, the Quassus. Quassus! The Quassus is pretty neat. No, the Quassus throws projectiles. That's the Quassus. I don't think Prime Breach does me any good, so I'm gonna get rid of Prime Breach real quick. And here I can, like, switch over to using Viral. That's not a big deal. I think it's on heavy attack, so I want to have a... Do I have a heavy attack? Yeah, I do, okay. Good, I was gonna say. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. And that's using Viral. We should be fine with that. Alrighty. To do this one, I'm gonna go to the Void. Interception. Exterminate. Perfection. Perfection. They should not activate alarms, and it is obviously higher than level 30. Got about another 30 minutes or so.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them all warriors' death.
Their rage is vehement, their focus impressive, their mama so fat. Okay, we're going in here because we can get, like, energy orbs and stuff. Or, you know, get shot to death by one of these. Jeez Louise, get out of my way. Why would you get blown up by that? All according to plan, probably.
The tower's neural sentry has turned these
Gib.
soldiers into mindless attack drones. You need to take them out.
I'm just gonna get out of there. I don't have much in terms of defenses, I regret to say. Oh, we've actually got somebody here. Oh my goodness. I can hold on to that for now. That's 11. That's close. Close to the max number I can have. As you can see, it's not doing a whole lot. I do want to keep moving. There we go. That's 16. So these will stay active as long as my 4 is active, and then they start counting down. So I want to get my 4 reactivated like that, and they are now still attached. So. So the Quassus shoots out these little fan projectiles every time I do a heavy attack. Oh no! Well, you get to see a secret room now. It's a very special secret room. It's my clubhouse. So my 4, I think I mentioned this in my previous streams, Zaku's 4 will pause everything. I did not know this at first. Somebody had to tell me. I felt kind of dumb for not knowing it. It pauses all the countdowns on your abilities. It makes you a little faster, and it gives you like boost. It gives you some actual evade chance. So enemies' shots will have, a chance to not hit you when they otherwise would have done. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just die like a biatch. now I have to get all that up and running again. The blades do not count, as I recall, as a melee instance for purposes of things like Blood Rush, sadly. I need to find more baddies and bullion. Well, suck their weapons out of their hands anyway. Evidently, I've got all the ones I can equip. Oh boy, here we go. Steel Path Baddie. This is where we may have issues. I just have to... Oh, he did. I don't know how much I actually did there. I saw chunks of health going away, but I don't know that they were me. Oh, nice. Got it. So mostly, you just kind of stay acrobatic while these do their thing, throwing out the odd shot of your own now and then. That'll usually get you most of the way there. The projectiles of your 2, which is what's causing these guns to float around me, is affected by armor. So... now... Come on, cast the ability. I have abilities on Zaku that let you boost your damage. There we go. Alright. Oh, I forgot I had it on. There we go.
Your will was greater.
Even if they didn't, even if they ignored armor though, those projectiles, they wouldn't be all that good. That first mission that I used him on, where it actually was killing things, was very much, felt like an outlier. And it was. Like if I brought that to the Steel Path Kuva Fortress, I'd have a bad time. A really bad time. You're disarming enemies, that's good. Right up until you have your stack filled, and then you can no longer disarm enemies. So you have to rely on your 3. Which mode of the 3 is it? Was that enough to get that? What did I do? Yes, it was. Very good. That was the Silent Eliminator. What is it? Because it's 3, they're 3. It's not a he. Has 3 different modes.
Your chosen Warframe suits you.
Yeah, that's the one. Is you want it to be on gaze. So, Accuse manifests a void fissure to corrupt enemies into allies. I have duration, so that'll actually work. Gaze grasps targets in void tendrils that capture damage and inflict it when the target is released. And Deny annihilates with a beam of void energy, wiping sentient resistances. Which you can use on sentience. And it does flat damage, which is, you know, nice, I guess. His gaze ability is the one you really want, because the defense reduction is great. Very, very good. I'm actually getting called away, so I gotta scoot. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I do this every week on Warframe Wednesdays, starting at about noonish. Today was a bit late because I was having a bunch of technical issues. My streaming program wouldn't start streaming. It was just like, no, I'm gonna just sit here. And I was like, okay, well, that's nice. It got resolved. But I do other streams throughout the week. I have a Mecha Monday stream where I do something giant robot related or mecha adjacent. Upcoming this week will this coming Monday will probably be either more War of the Monsters or Megaton Musashi. I'll flip a coin. I don't know which I want to do. Either one. They're both great. And then on Fridays, I have Free Read Fridays where I read short stories and indeed entire novels aloud. And right now we're about a quarter of the way, I think, through Quarantine by Greg Egan. And no, it is not that kind of quarantine. It is not a topical quarantine novel. It is rather different. It's actually more of a sort of cyberpunk mystery novel. But yeah, hopefully people dug it. I gotta run. I will see you all later. Thanks again for tuning in.